Hey guys, if you want to take your Madden game to the next level, head on over to patreon.com/MaddenHelp. You'll receive the best blitzes, schemes, tips, glitches, money plays, and defenses in Madden. This is the best content you're going to find anywhere online for only $5 a month, so head on over to the link and become a patron today.
What's up guys, I'm here to give you a video on run defense and the run defense that I have been using, especially against heavy run set teams. The video that you're going to be watching is some gameplay. The guy I'm playing has a really good team, way better than mine, and you see that we're going to make him work for his yards on the ground, and we're actually able to stop him. And if we had better players in some instances, I'm going to show you that we would be able to make the tackle, except our players just aren't that great, especially compared to his team. So starting off in this defense, you want to make sure all your defensive linemen, or if you're in MUT, are D tackles with 90 plus strength and 90 plus block shed, and then your two outside linebackers have high block shed and possibly high strength if you can. I like to use Jadeveon Clowney and Oliver Vernon as my outside linebackers in this defense. You see here, we should have him tackled in the backfield right here for at least a 4 to 5 yard loss. But I believe that has to do with some play wreck, and that's why the linebacker didn't react as fast as he should. But you see, if we have better players, that we are there to stop that counter. Here's an example of fullback dive defense, and you see he kind of caught us off of our player, the safety that we want to be on, but we're still able to lock it down and put him into a 4th and short. Here again, you see we try to set the defense up and he quick hikes us. But you see, if we were on our free safety, we could shoot that big gap in the middle and tackle him in the backfield for a loss. But we do have a great block shedder at the defensive tackle, so we're able to get the block shed and make the tackle for a 3-4 yard gain and play the next down. Next, you're going to see him run the stretch, and we're on the free safety trying to shoot the gap, but we get caught up in the muck. But you see that our outside middle linebacker is able to make the play for no gain. Now here's an example of why you want the linebacker to get pushed out on the strong side, because see how he just stood there and then takes the gap, so he gets blocked and leaves the hole wide open. So I didn't have time to get him over a little bit to the strong side, and you see what happens there. He ran a lot of no huddle, so I wasn't able to get on the players and set the defense up exactly how I wanted. But you see, if I had the free safety, you can see that gap that I should be able to hit and tackle him, and you'll see that later in the game where I'm able to make that play. In the next clip, you see that I'm able to get on the safety with his no huddle, and I'm able to get in position to make the tackle, and the game just goes stupid, and I missed the tackle for some reason, even though I'm standing right in front of him. So sometimes that might happen, but you should make that tackle more than not. In this example, you see right here that the linebacker is in position in that gap to make the tackle on the running back. But for some reason, he cuts back inside to where the D tackle is, and he leaves that gap wide open for the running back to hit us for a big gain. I don't know if that's play rec or awareness or what attribute goes into the deal with that, but that should never happen because he's sitting there in the gap. Here's another example of just a quick block shed on defense. That's why you want to have people with high strength and block shed. Here again, he quick hikes me, but you see right there, if I was able to get on the free safety, there's a huge gap that I should be able to hit and get to the running back. But you see, luckily, because we have high strength and block shed, we're able to muck it up and not have him have a big gain out of it. And then this last play, you see, we get our defense set up and we're able to take the safety, shoot the gap, and hit him in the backfield. He just has a better running back compared to Ricky Williams, compared to that 80 gold Ramsey. But you see, we're still able to stuff him in the backfield. Gets him to 4th down. He goes to kick the field goal and misses it. And then I drive down the field, go up 14-0, and he just quits after that. But you can see that if we have better players, that we do have them in the proper position to make the plays. They're just either not reacting, jumping into the wrong gap, or something is just going wrong. And that's just not anything to do with you as a player. It has to do with your players' ratings. I'm not sure, like I said, sometimes if it's play rec, if it's awareness, or what skill goes into that. But you can see in that video that we do have great run defense for especially run heavy sets out of the 4-4. So the play I was using in that defense to stop the run is the cover 2 invert. And the setup is you want to base a line, spread your linebackers, and then base a line again, because if you base a line twice, the linebacker, see how he jumps into that gap? You don't want him to do that because that'll screw up your run defense. So if you base a line twice, see how he backs up again and we're going to take the cornerback that does not have a receiver if they're in a run heavy set like this, and we're going to bluff blitz them. And what we're going to do is take our user and just try to scrape over into an open gap and try to make the tackle in the backfield. So the setup for this defense is you want to base a line, spread your linebackers, and then move your linebackers out so that you want to get them outside as force defenders outside the closest defender so they can force everything back in. And then if it's the strong side to the right, you want to move your backside linebacker over the left or right guard, depending on which side the strong side is. So if you don't manually pull your defensive left outside linebacker out some and they run that fake fullback dive pitch, you see he gets sucked in and they're able to get a big gain. So you want to pull him out, because in this next clip you'll see we will do the same setup except pull him outside of the left tackle and about the numbers. And you see we're still ready for fullback dive defense, and he fakes the pitch and we're able to tackle him for a 5-yard loss and possibly get him a hit stick fumble. So you want to definitely pull your guys out wide for something like this, stretches or even tosses. Here you see we don't know what they're running, we're set up for everything, and we're able to shoot the gap and hit the fullback for 0 to 1 yard loss. Hope y'all enjoyed this video on the run defense that I've been running. It's been very successful. Your opponent's going to fight for every single yard that they have to get. Make sure you put all 90 plus strength and 90 plus block shed, preferably defensive tackles is what I have, at all 4 linemen on the 4-4, and then I put my 2 best block shedders with 92 and 91 on the outside, because if they run a toss or something, you want to be able to force everything back inside or possibly get a block shed. Hope you enjoyed this video. I knew it was a little bit long, but it's definitely worth the time to learn how to stop the run, especially out of the heavy sets. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you'd like to become a patron, head on over to the link in the description below.